I'm going to talk to you about another security camera, and this one is the FDT. It is from the sister company Amcrest. The FDT camera is Wi-Fi, and it also is able to listen into the room and have you speak into the room when you're not even home. So let's check out how this works. Dog collar tags shaking all over the house. So I'm going to open the box, show you what's inside, and then we'll show you how the app actually works. The FDT camera comes with, of course, your instructions, a disc, which I have never once used in any of the cameras I've gotten, and your warranty papers. It is very well padded, and the camera itself, cute little antenna, swivels all around, so it can go left, right, up, down. So when you're using the app, you can control where it's looking at any point. So right here, obviously, where you plug this into the router. For me, it was a one-time thing, and then I moved it off into another room so I could use the Wi-Fi features. Here is where you have the TF card. It does not come with its own TF. You put your own TF card in there. For testing purposes, I used a 32 gig TF card. And since then, I've just moved a 1 gig into it. And a 1 gig has gotten me about 5 hours, I think, and give or take about 5 hours, with a lot of alarms as well as the scheduled recordings. And right here you have your reset button and headphones, and I don't know why you'd need headphones, and then of course your power, which uses the standard AC adapter instead of a USB cord. Okay. You also have this stand so that you can hang it on the wall and angle it again any which way you think is optimal. Just screws right in right there. Now this is something that you could use full-time if you are going to put this next to your router, but if you want to put it somewhere else, this is Wi-Fi. So I used this just to get it familiar with the router, then I disconnected and followed the rest of the instructions here on the book. They were simple enough that you don't need me to walk you through it. They really were. Now I'd like to talk a little bit about the app here. It's pretty standard. You've got your connected screen where you can tap on this and get a live view. Down here you have your mic so you can speak and listen in, record, and this is a forced recording instead of the, you could set it up to do scheduled recordings as well as detecting any motion that happens. But if you saw something that on top of all of that, or maybe you didn't have that set up and you just wanted to record a certain moment, you could push that and have that saved into your files as well. You can change the direction of the camera with this, like that. And you can also manually, say for example I wanted to see what was lower down, or higher up actually, you can change all that right there. You see? And I'm going to tell you, it's not a tap, it's a flick. That's the motion you want to make here. You want to flick it. Sort of pull across the screen. I don't even know what I'm looking at because I'm showing you instead of looking myself. But you can see how all that works. Of course, now that I've taken the time to look for myself, I see that the last motion had put it upside down. That wasn't helping, was it? Wait, okay, that's changing direction. I can't see, I'm not looking at this. Okay, let's do this. Ta-da! There's my living room. Now, if the dog was in there right now, we could play with them as a good example of how the mic works. Now, we're really close to the room that I'm recording in, so we're gonna get an echo. If I were, say, at work or at the store and talking to somebody here at the house, I wouldn't get that echo. Piper! Hey, Piper! That's a very strong echo, because again, we're right next to this room. Piper! I saw a head move. You're obviously going to set up what you want through your settings. Here you're going to decide if you want motion detection on. If you want, what is, I can't read backwards, alert settings, scheduled recordings. I had it scheduled to always record, so I just went into there and, where is it? Yeah, it's audio, okay. Told it to go all the time, yes. You do need an SD card in there for scheduled recording and for motion. It has to have some place to put it. And now the time settings, it's kind of nice because you can just sync it to your phone. And since your phone always knows what time it is, your camera can always know what time it is. So once you've got everything set up the way you like it, you've got your files down here. This is where you just go back to the home page. This is local things, so if you snapped a picture or forced a recording, that's where you're going to find it. This is all of your scheduled recordings and motion detection, and nobody cares about that. So there you go, that's the app. Right, there's the dog. Let me see. We're going to get an echo because it's just the next room. Piper! Hi! Because this camera is Wi-Fi and of course you just plug it into any outlet, I've been able to move it around throughout the house to test it in different areas. If there is a file that you need to save, simply go into your playback area as shown here, click on it, and you'll be given the option to either play it or download it. Once you download it, it's on your phone, so you keep it, as I have done with these next two files that I'm going to show you.
I'm just testing out your ability to capture conversations. And so, just seeing how that goes over here.
I downloaded this one so that you can see what the night recordings look like. All lights are off in this room. It is pitch dark. That light you see, you cannot see with the naked eye. It is simply seeing another one of my cameras. And if you look in that window in the background, you're going to see a car pass by. There it is. Okay, and in the upper right-hand corner, you're seeing the clock ticking. It just passed midnight. Well, I hope that gave you a really good idea of whether this Wi-Fi camera is going to work for your needs. And until then,